As a collector, there is one thing that constantly plays on my mind, one hurdle that I find a constant struggle to overcome. That typical feeling of deja vu or déjà blu, if you would, where we are continuously buying the same film again and again. As film fans, you've probably have that one title. If you're lucky, if you're unlucky like me, it could be several that you are buying in every format, every iteration. Whenever there's a new edition, you're upgrading and buying the latest version of that film. This tremendous cycle of just spending money on this one thing. For me, it comes down to several movies, whether it be Evil Dead trilogy, The Thing, RoboCop, movies of that ilk that I utterly love, that I am continuously buying. It terrifies me to look at my Evil Dead collection and realise how many times I've bought it, whether it be VHS, Laserdisc, Blu-ray, whether it be upgraded Blu-ray, the DVD with the sort of latex book cover, the fancy editions, the steelbook Blu-ray, the 4K UHD Cine edition from HMV. Oh my goodness. We love a film. Ultimately, it's the film. How great are these incremental changes? How great are these extras? Do we go back to them? How wonderful is the packaging? Although the packaging on that latex Book of the Dead cover one is one of my favourite editions that I do have. But how many times are we going to continuously rebuying the same film? I do it a lot. There is possibly 10 to 15 titles where every time a new one comes out, I have to reel in my expectations. If it's just something that's a standard release like Jaws 4K, I know I'm going to get it. I will bide my time. When it comes out as a fancy edition, that's when I have to reel in the FOMO, reel in the do I need this, am I going to get it? But even when things are released in multiple formats, like for instance Evil Dead 2, I feel a compulsion to go and pick up that new edition. And it could be the exact same transfer, the same extras, maybe different packaging. It's one of these crazy things that we do, and I've been slowly trying to let go of the older editions of these things, most of them, when I can. Sometimes it's passing it on to a friend who doesn't have them, sometimes it's charity shop, sometimes it's selling it if there's any value within it whatsoever. But why is there that compulsion to rebuy the same movie again and again? And I want to know what your kryptonite is. What movie is it that you have bought continuously? Which movie are you going to continuously buy in the future, whatever format it comes out? It's crazy to me that we do this as film fans, because yes, we love that film. Do we need 20 versions of it? Do we need those incremental changes that don't really change anything at all ultimately? It's just a way of showing our passion for a particular release, I think. In my case, I kind of hope that the money goes to the filmmakers, and maybe the studio sets up and goes, wow, this kind of thing makes a lot of money, maybe we should push more creative elements into that kind of direction of filmmaking. But it is something that, even now looking at my collection, it's something I wonder about, and it's something I see boutique companies really playing on a lot when it comes to it. More often than not, latest releases are kind of becoming in multiple formats, which is something I find a little bit grating. I do like the way that Vinegar Syndrome do it, where, like most places, the disc is the disc. It won't change. It's the packaging that changes, that catches you. But being a subscriber for Vinegar Syndrome, if they release multiple slipcovers, you get them all. You're not missing out. You're not losing out. Say Arrow, for instance, are releasing Bird with the Crystal Plumage and Cat o' Nine Tails on 4K. You can have the limited edition cover, or you can have the super duper limited edition cover. Those are titles that I love. They're titles that I really struggled not to go and buy immediately. But I'm sure there are going to be people out there that feel a somewhat pressure to buy both these editions of the exact same thing, just with different packaging. And that's a lot of money to drop on these kind of movies. And I feel like sometimes where it was passion for the movie, it now becomes a little bit of a passion for our money, taking it away from us. And there are traps that I'll hold my hands up and say I've fallen into before with these kind of things. Most notably, I would say The Thing that Arrow released. I love that movie. It's one of my top 5 movies of all time. I think it's amazing. They released the limited edition set, and they released the steelbook set, and the new one, the limited edition, had the wonderful art. The steelbook had the Drew Struzan cover, which I think is amazing, and I bought both. That's my cross to bear of this Déjà Blu kind of thing that I see going on. It's crazy. It's the collector mentality. It's something that I think I just can't shake completely. I can maybe understand changing the format if there is a better transfer out there, as long as I start to get rid of the older versions. These companies are becoming more savvy by offering us more options, like comic book variants with different covers where you felt I need to collect them all. It's getting that with movie covers and things as well, which is strange because ultimately the movie's the movie that's on the disc, and everything else is packed away onto the shelves that you see there, and very rarely come out to have a look at. I'd love to know what title it is that you consistently buy, and what do you think about this mentality of constantly buying the passion movies within your life? Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.